Hi everyone, I'm going to be doing a video promoting mental health awareness as today is the 1st of February 2018. Time to Change have asked me to promote mental health awareness with all the work that I'm trying to do to achieve breaking the discrimination and stigma attached to it. So on the back there's little websites and phone numbers that you can actually find out more information on the movement. What I'm going to be doing is going through a range of questions which my teacher training group have kindly given to me, talking about a few different things that they'd like me to cover. So we're just going to get started. So the first question, what do you think teachers can do to help promote mental health awareness? What could you recommend as a solution for someone with anxiety? So teachers, obviously they've got a massive job. The stress load is ridiculous, they've got a lot of work to do. However, being a teacher is not just about standing at the front of a classroom, being a robot and delivering information. It's also about being a mentor and actually looking after every single student in that room, no matter what race they are, religion they are. Mental health illnesses, they don't discriminate, it can happen to anyone. So what I'd like teachers to do is to talk about mental health more freely in the lessons, integrate it into the lesson plans. If it's within sport, how can mental health illnesses affect sport? How can you improve mental health? Exercise is a massive one. It increases the serotonin levels in your brain. So obviously that's massive and that can help people actually recover and combat it. So what could you recommend for a solution for someone with anxiety? Talking about it. Don't feel ashamed, don't feel isolated. Yes, they're the feelings associated with mental health illnesses, but the more we try and spread awareness, the more people come forward and start to actually get the help that they need. Go see your GP, look online, there's loads of research and resources that can actually help you. Talk to your family, talk to your close friends, they will be supportive. You can always contact me on my social medias. I'll do everything I can to help and listen. So the next question, what kind of things would indicate to me as a parent that my child may be experiencing mental health difficulties? So that's a big one. So there's certain triggers you can actually spot with someone who might be going through something. If that person is normally really active, really like sporty for instance, and suddenly they stop taking part in those sporting activities, or they start not socialising as much as they used to be and start being more isolated and withdrawn, that can be a massive factor. In the classroom environment, if you notice that normally they were getting really good grades, doing really well, and suddenly the grades drop and the concentration levels when you're just talking to them as a parent, they just start to drop. There's also, it could be, can be things such as lack of sleep, so they might have started to not be able to sleep, so obviously the mind's on overdrive. Also, if someone's suddenly become overly happy, they're trying to mask those feelings that they don't want people to see, so they might actually be portraying themselves as a totally different person. The habits with actual food and drink might be decreasing, they might stop eating as much because they're worrying, they've got no one to talk to, they've not got that support. Talking to your family members, your friends is so vitally important to try and get information out. Just be that person to listen. It doesn't mean you have to bombard them with questioning. Just ask how they're feeling, sit back, listen to them. Don't just bombard them with your own personal information. Take time to actually help others. Another one, what factors help you combat mental health and what could others try? So a big one for me is exercise, like I touched on previously. It increases the serotonin levels in the brain, which makes you feel a lot more refreshed and happier. It boosts you up. Talking for me, that's massively helped me. This is why, it's one of the main reasons why I'm trying to spread awareness. It's so people don't have to go through what I went through when I wasn't opening up. It's a dark place and it's not enjoyable. So talking about it openly, getting that help and support, exercise, and also medication is something which does help people. Personally for me, it helped me up to a certain stage, but then I had to try and figure out what worked best for me, and what worked best for me is exercise and talking. So that's that one. Where can I find more information to help support a family member, friend who suffers with mental health issues? There's a lot of websites. There's Mind Charity. If you go on their website, www.mind.co.uk, you'll find a lot of resources and questions similar to these where they're actually trying to find answers. They've got pages full of ways you can actually help people, ways you can approach people, and there's also quite a lot of fundraising and different movements you can get involved in yourself. It's not just mine, there's a lot of mental health. There's also this one I'm wearing, Time to Change, so obviously you've got the address on the back, you've got the website. Please take time to have a look at it. It could potentially help you help other people. How would we be able to spot if a student has depression, right? What I'm going to do is flip that a little bit, not just students. So how would you spot if a friend or a family member was dealing with depression? So for me, we've already talked about it briefly, where there's different triggers. So not taking part in exercise, lack of sleep, eating, being withdrawn, not socialising, or being overly happy. So just take time to see if that person, is it a student or a friend or a family member, has just started to change and not wanting to be as involved, or if they are literally fully changed and they're suddenly really happy. It can be because they're masking something. So last one, how can teachers be more accommodating for students suffering with mental health issues? This is a really good one. So what I'm going to do is give a personal experience of myself. My third year at uni, obviously dissertation year, very stressful. There's a lot of people on my social media that are actually going through this. What I decided to do after I had my breakdown, I went to speak to my GP. I got signed off work, I got put onto medication, and I just felt like my life was kind of crumbling at my feet at the worst time. Obviously, what I wanted to do was pass my degree. I decided to go into university and speak to my tutors. They understood, they were really caring because I openly talked about it. Yes, it's hard, very hard to openly talk about situations you're going through, but if you find that confidence within yourself to get that help and support, there is things in place such as extensions, which I did get, deadlines and extensions, which were there to kind of relieve that little bit of stress, and it allowed me to pass my exams and pass my degree as a 2-1. And now I'm moving on to a teaching PGC where I can continue to help with mental health and also help bring sports within students to obviously help that mental health. So what I'm going to do is sign off with that. There will be more videos being uploaded onto my social media platforms. If you need help, if you feel isolated, if you feel ashamed, don't. It can happen to anyone. Like I said, mental health doesn't discriminate. Any religion, any race, any gender. Just please talk, help people around you. Thank you.